Alright, so this is my Galapagos trip vlog, video log, kind of like I did for my Oz blog. So I'll give you the lowdown on days 1 and 2. So yesterday I left Moncton for Halifax to catch a flight to Chicago, which was supposed to go Halifax, Chicago, Chicago to Houston, Houston to Quito to get me to the Galapagos, well not Galapagos, but Ecuador yesterday. Unfortunately, due to a dial, tiny little knob about this big, they had to cancel the flight from Halifax, and so that really kind of messed up my routing. I went from Halifax to Newark, Newark to Houston, spent the night in Houston, went Houston to Panama City, and then Panama City to Quito, Ecuador, which is where I am right now. So I spent yesterday the entire day. I got into Houston. It was, I don't know, probably by the time I got to the hotel, it was after midnight, and I had to get up at 5 o'clock to go to the airport, so didn't get much sleep then. Then today, got to the airport. All the hops were really, really good. All the flights were really, really good today. I got to Panama City, Panama, and I was really hoping to go snag a geocache, because there was one that I could have gone for, probably about a 10-minute drive, but you're not allowed to leave the airport unless your layover is more than 5 hours. So because I had a 3-hour layover and not a 5-hour layover, I couldn't leave the airport. So I proceeded to sit around the airport, have some food, bummed around, and caught a flight to Quito, which is the capital city, I think, of Ecuador. Got to Ecuador, went through immigration easily. I didn't have to go through the luggage scanning thing they have, which was different. And went right out to the greeting area, and there was a guy who actually had a sign that said Matthew, or Matu, M-A-T-T-E-W, Clem, from G Adventures. And I can't remember the guy's name. I wish I could remember his name. He drove me from the airport to this Hilton hotel, which is where I'm at tonight. It was about a 90-minute drive, and I can tell you the only thing I can really say about what I've seen so far in Ecuador is that there's massive mountains, and they're just covered in trees. I mean, I've seen the Rocky Mountains and a lot of other mountains, but never seen mountains completely covered in trees. It's pretty fantastic, but it was a long 90-minute ride to get here, and let me tell you, I was glad I wasn't driving a car, because there were cobblestone roads, and, you know, there's lines on the roads, but people riding or driving on them is optional. They're up on the sidewalks, they're on the, you know, parking on the sidewalks and parking here and cutting people off, and they love to use their horns, and there's wild dogs running out in the streets, and it was pretty crazy to watch. And then just before we got to the hotel, we went on some sort of weird spiral downward and then spiraled upwards, and there was, I'm sure, not much more than 6 inches between the van I was in and the other cars. It was a pretty awesome little ride back to the hotel. Tipped the guy well, and the hotel is fantastic. I mean, I've stayed in some crappy Hilton hotels, and this is by far not a crappy Hilton. This is what you would expect from a nice Hilton hotel. So I'll show you my view here in just a moment, but the plan is for me tomorrow to head out at 5:15 a.m. where I go to the airport with the tour group, and we take a plane to the Galapagos Islands. We get admitted into the national park, and we start our tour. So tomorrow's the big day. Really, really looking forward to it. I'm beyond excited about going to see the tortoises and the boobies, not the breasts, the booby birds, and all the other things that the Galapagos has to offer. So cool. I'll try and do other video blogs. I won't have any time or any Wi-Fi access, so I'll just upload more when I get back to my hotel in 3 or 4 days. So, that being said, I can show you very quickly. Nice little room here. This is my view here in the evening of Quito, Ecuador. Not much. Let me tell you, it was some nice coming in, though. Anyway. Cool. All right. See you on the flip side.